We outside again, per usual, as we gonna always be. So I want to make this video because this has been on my mind a lot lately, for the past few years, really. And why not make it now? Because I just feel like talking right now. So, and I'm right here by a highway too. So be mindful now. It might be a little bit of noise, but it's a few things that I really want to talk about in this video. But I'm gonna keep it as brief as I can. A lot of the time, the things that we go through in our lives, it be because of us. The mental health issues, all those things that we say we're going through, it be us. The sadness, the sorrow, the anxiety, the depression. Sometimes it be us, right? It be us. We be our own downfall. It's so much self-sabotage that goes on these days when it comes down to just us as a whole with ourselves. And sometimes it's hard for us to admit that. And don't get me wrong, I get it. Because what? Me? But sometimes you gotta accept it. You gotta take the accountability for yourself. You gotta be the one to blame yourself, ultimately. Like, yes, other people may do things to us that may hurt us throughout our lives. That's not taken away from that. But it's simply saying that, like, so many of the things that we go through in this life is our fault because we continue to put up with it. So I always say there's a thin line between, like, being oblivious and stupidity. And there are plenty of times where we're just oblivious to something. We just simply don't know what it is that we're doing, or what's really, like, happening, if you will, in the moment. Sometimes we just don't know. And then there's those times where we know. And you know how they say, if you know better, you do better. And sometimes we know better and then don't do better, and then we look at the results of us not doing better based off of what we knew, and we get upset at the world, we get upset at our job. So I'm gonna break this off into sectors, and I'm gonna talk about money first. So with money, we get upset that we don't have enough money. We can't travel the way we want to. We can't eat the things that we want to eat. We can't, like, just do all of the things that we feel like we should do in this life because of money, right? And then the moment you ask someone to calculate their funds, okay, how much have you been spending on food, eating out? How much do you spend on, your vices, whatever that vice may be? So right now, we're just gonna talk about weed. I'm gonna speak on myself, for example, and things like that. So there was a time where I felt like, damn, I ain't had no money for this, I ain't got no money for that. Like, I just gotta make it work. And then, like, I started calculating how much I was spending on weed. Bruh, talk about coulda took a few trips out of the country. What? What? You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes, and so because money is now a stressor, now mentally I'm everywhere. Like, I'm just, like, in this, like this clusterfuck of just a whole bunch of thoughts. Like, dang, I gotta get this right. You feel like you gotta do so much more, and it's like the whole time, this is where the money is going. Spending money on things that we don't need to spend money on because they make us feel better in the moment. You know what I mean? And a lot of the time that causes so much stress on a lot of people. Finance is like one of the number one stressors in the world, for real. And it causes so much stress on people, and yet some people will never change up what they're doing, and they will never change their money habits. And you kind of gotta learn how to have a relationship with money and how to build that relationship with money. Where do your money habits come from? Because sometimes I don't think that we take that into account. Like, sometimes you just might have terrible ass money habits, and again, that could weigh on us a lot mentally too, because we feel like we're supposed to have this particular life or something like that. So it can weigh a lot on us, finances. And so again, sometimes it be us. It be us putting ourselves through that hell, and the whole time because it's like this. Like, we going through the hell, so we use the vice to make up for the hell that we're going through, but we're not even realizing, like, the vice is what's causing the hell. But instead, we don't see it that way. We just see like, I need this because this is what I'm going through. And it's like, it's the job's fault, and the job's not being all these bills and but it's like, I'm telling you, you add up your money and the stuff that you're spending, you're gonna realize you had it the whole time. So number 2, I want to focus on fitness, our bodies. Sometimes we blame everything else. I would never forget seeing this video of these women who were blaming Trump being in office on why they could not lose weight. That is the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life, if I ever did hear anything. And sometimes it's us who choose not to go work out, who choose not to go get ourselves in shape. It's you can dream it all you want to, you can talk about it all you want to, but it's like, if you ain't getting up and doing it, then really what's the point of you even talking about it, or anything like that? And so again, myself as an example. So I was training at a point in time, probably about 2 years ago, and I was strength training, and I remember I had gotten a wreck. This was 2023, end of 2023. I had gotten a wreck, and so I'm like, damn, like, so this was August. So I stopped training. I remember going to training that morning, feeling good, feeling pumped. It was a great arm day, on the way to get a smoothie, and then boom, that was that. And I stopped training, but I was still eating the same foods that I was eating when I was training, because it made me feel good. And I ate like garbage when I trained, but I really like worked hard. I tried to really outwork that bad diet, and I feel like I did a pretty decent job at it. But I had gained 50 plus pounds in like 4.5, 5 months, because I ended up going back to training in February. So from August to February, I had put on over 50 pounds. And I was so upset. I was so mad. My life felt so sad. I was emotionally eating. I was super angry at everything. I was just so upset with life. Like I felt like I was really like rolling out of bed. I was like out of breath most times. I was just so upset at the world, so upset at everything, like, and how my trainer was set up. It's like, we went to the gym throughout the week, but we really didn't need the gym, because for the most part, like when we were in his gym, which was like in his garage, we literally, the strength training was basically calisthenics and so many different things that we did. We mainly focused on body weight. So the gym was like a playground for us. So me knowing I can literally just go outside and do a 30-minute workout, because we were allowed to train online as well. I can do a 30-minute workout, but I wouldn't do it. Life was so sad. I fell into like a depression. There was so many things going on, and it's like, bro, it's up to me to make a difference. I can make a difference. I have to do something different about that. I can't blame anyone else. So all my sadness is like, and mind you too, at this time I didn't have a job either. And so it was just so much going on. I was just stressed out about everything. Like, but it's like, I knew I would tell myself every day the conclusions to all of the problems that I felt like I was having, and still not move in the direction for me to have a better life. So that was strictly on me. There are so many things that we go through in this life, and we are so quick to, well, the mental health is this, and my job is this, and this relationship is this. Look at this view, come on now. But it's like, in reality, it be us. And that's totally fine to admit. It's a hard pill to swallow, but one thing I've realized is, sometimes the thing that's a hard pill to swallow, like, all pills aren't bad for you. So it's like, you kind of got to think about what kind of pill it is that you're willing to swallow and that you want to swallow in this moment. It's not an easy realization to look at yourself and say, damn, like, this was my fault. Like, this was me. Like, I could have done different. And I share this today because that's something that I've done, and for so many years within my life, I would give myself the conclusion to something and go against it so many times, to the point where I've built resentment towards myself. I've built resentment towards other people who probably have 9 out of 10 nothing to do with the situation as a whole. And I would just be so mad at everybody. And it's like, this is not their fault. This is my fault. My finances are my fault. The way my life is simply my fault. It doesn't matter the things that have happened in my life. Granted, they play a part in a lot, but it's like, ultimately, it's still up to me to to put myself on that path and in that direction, to in that direction. That feels like a tongue twister. To live the life that I feel like I desire to live. Sometimes we don't deserve the life that we say that we want to live because we're not even doing what we need to do to live that life, right? So a lot of the time, it really is our fault. Blame yourself. Sometimes we attract people that we shouldn't attract. Look at yourself. That's one thing that we don't want to do. We'll let outside things happen, right? Breakups, getting fired from jobs, all sort of things, and we'll blame that, but we don't take the time to look at where we played a part in it at. We don't look at what we did. We just, well, this did that. But it's like, okay, that's what happened, but it's like, it's still your responsibility to move forward from that and begin to live, again, the life that you desire to live. There are so many things in this world that is our fault as individuals. I would say as individuals, like, we have way more control over our lives than we realize, than a lot of us will ever realize. We have so much power. Like, we have so much power in the life that we live. And my thing is, it's okay if something that was bad happened and it was your fault. I think overall what I'm trying to say is, hold yourself accountable for the shit that happens in your life, because it's not everyone else's fault. It's not everyone else's fault. Sometimes it's like, look at what you're doing. Look at how you're doing things. Like I said earlier, like, we want to live a particular life, but then don't look at the habits that we have, the decisions that we make, the way we think, the way we walk, the way we talk. We don't look at those things, but we're so quick to blame everything else. We blame skin color. We blame how we look. We blame everything while we're not living the life that we should be living for ourselves, man. And these videos is from me to me, from me to you. Every video that I make is really me talking to myself. I'm grateful for it having impact on people that it has impact on, but ultimately this is just me talking to me. And again, anyone who watches it is simply a reflection of me. And sometimes we need to hear it. Like, this shit is our fault. We over here thinking we depressed and we anxious and all type of shit like that. And the whole time it be us. It be us. We be causing ourselves so much pain and so much sorrow, bruh. And it's like, for what? Look at this. I'm chilling. I'm in the middle. It's a highway over there. It's a whole bunch of, look at this. Look at that. I'm just sitting in the middle of a random field. The highway way over there. I don't even feel like standing up. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. We get this shit for free. This free. This look like I'm just like copied and pasted into like a green screen. This really look like a green screen right now to me. But again, I say all that to say, hair is growing. Yes, Lord. I say all that to say, like, it be us, man. Stop blaming outside entities. Like, really go within on everything. Something happened to you and you feel a way about it, go within. Somebody do something to you and it go within. This happened, go within. That happened, go within. Sometimes we don't want to blame ourselves. Like, you can never be responsible for someone else's actions. Don't ever get me wrong. I do want to be clear on the fact that sometimes other people's actions are based on how they see us treat ourselves. Therefore, they feel comfortable enough to treat us the same way. So, it's our fault in so many ways of our life. So many ways of our life. And it's up to us to really, again, continue to move forward and live the life that we desire. Stop blaming everybody else for your shit. You know, so you know how they say when you point at somebody, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you, whatever like that. It's like, that's really what it is. As kids, we were told, like for some households, blaming other people was like a snitching thing. My mama always said, "Kier, stop blaming so and so, or stop blaming so and so, or you know stuff like that." And some people took blame as a different thing growing up, and I think that we never learned how to really like blame ourselves, or i.e. hold ourselves accountable as kids. like blaming someone or telling on someone is labeled as snitching. So I think that doing that same thing with self is definitely like something that you're going to even think about doing. You're not going to tell on yourself. Like, why would you tell on yourself? But sometimes you got to tell on yourself to yourself. Be real with yourself. Blame yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and blame yourself for some shit. It's going to feel good because it kind of gives you your power back. It was like, yeah, that's my fault. I had complete control over that. That's my fault. Yeah, for sure. But anyways, I just wanted to come on here and make this right quick. I'm keeping it all raw. I'm keeping all these videos unedited. And as I keep posting, I'm going to switch up some things on this channel and kind of really like get into a lot of stuff of just who I am as a whole. I don't never even introduce myself on here when I get on here or anything like that. But my name is Kiera. Most people call me K. You can call me Key or K. Don't necessarily prefer to be called Kiera. And I'm on this journey in life of just understanding stuff too. I'm trying to find my way through and find myself and just tap into a different part of myself that I know exists. You know what I'm saying? These videos are just conversations that I have with myself. These videos are conversations that me and my notebook have amongst each other. And, you know, every day I discover something new about myself. And a lot of the things that I've discovered about myself, I'm not the most proud of. I have a hard time. I have a really hard time. It's very challenging for me to accept that I've done like wrong in my life. But that's something that I'm really learning to just know that like it's dark and it's light and it still makes me me. And and not to hold myself at this high thing of like, damn, like I'm this shit person or I'm this bad person. I'm figuring out life too. You know what I'm saying? I make mistakes. I've made mistakes. But ultimately, I'm not my mistakes. And that's the biggest piece out of everything. And so I'm learning to just tap in with me more, to see myself more, to hear myself more. So these videos really do it for me so I can really hear the things that are in my head. And I pray that it resonates with someone who may need to hear it too. Because these are things that I know I need to hear. So I hope that it resonates with someone too, and it's something that they can think about within their own lives. So yeah, we keeping it raw, we keeping it uncut. Oh, these mosquitoes trying to tear me up out here, man. Hey, when I be making these videos, it really be reminding me like, damn, I really do live in North Carolina. I am a little bit country, man. Jeez, but I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. And I don't have no particular days on when I'm gonna upload. I'm just gonna be uploading. If I feel like making a video in front of the camera and posting it, that's what I'm doing. It ain't even about nothing right now. I just want to get these words out that I have. I might make a video, a longer video of a video I already made. So you never know. But ultimately, I just want this channel to just kind of be about just life, just nature, just love. And it's gonna be a lot of talking because that's what I do. But just getting to know me, and you know, as I get to understand life better, hopefully you start understanding life better too and seeing different perspectives as well. So that's ultimately what it's about. A little bit of mental health, a lot of mental health, but just a lot of mental health on a different scale, not just depression and anxiety, like the basics that people always talk about with mental health, because there are so many other things that go into it. But anyways, they ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Reading this book right now too. I started reading it before, and then like most books, I was like, but lately I've been consistently reading it, so I'm almost done with it actually. So it's been a few days, but this is a really good book. Boom. Peace. I'll catch y'all later.